podcast for She Comes First and Selfless Sex. I am once again Dr. Nick, your host, putting this thing together. A nice Sunday for August. You can actually walk outside and breathe, and it's not 2,000 degrees, so I will definitely take that. And today, I just want to just turn the topic just a little bit, because last week I spoke about effort, and this week I want to go back to talking about sexuality and sexual health. And as you know me, I'm very pro-sex and just smack it up, flip it, rub it down, do all that great crazy stuff. But today I got to keep it real, and I want to talk about sexual insecurities because many of us have them, and I can't say we all have them because some of us may not have them. So you know what? Let's get into that topic today. I'm going to begin by saying this is a study that came out in 2016, and it's based off of Google searches. Okay, that may sound kind of weird, but it really does work nowadays, and it pretty much revealed that we have a lot of anxiety about sex and sexuality and actually being intimate with other people, and it's pretty telling. So let's get started. So let's start with the men. And according to this study based on Google searches, men are insecure about the size of their penis. Big shock there. And no one's shocked about that. And on the flip side, a follow-up study was done, they studied about like 27,000 women, and 84% of the women said that they were very satisfied with the size of their partner's penis, their boyfriend's penis, their husband's penis. They were very satisfied with it. Only 14% said they wanted something a little bit bigger, and a whopping 2% said that they want something smaller. But still, that's always been in the back of many guys' minds. It's just always there. They always want something bigger, like an extra inch or more girth. And this study also showed that men were concerned about their penis size and aging. So in other words, these men were actually wondering if their penis will start to shrink as they get older. The study also showed, number two, that men were also insecure about premature ejaculation or finishing sooner than they wanted to. I can easily understand how and why premature ejaculation ended up number two on this list, because it's almost like it's a cycle, because you end up becoming so anxious about ejaculating sooner than you do, and then all the psychological things that come with that, oh my God, I didn't satisfy my lady, she's going to be upset with me, such on and so forth. But there's something called sensate focus that has been around for many years. It works. There may even be something newer on the market at this point. I think there is. So I will actually do some research and see what I can find for you. But so for men, those are the big two: penis size and premature ejaculation. And for women, this study revealed, using Google searches, that the women's biggest sexual insecurity is vaginal odor. And there's a list that goes with this too, so I'm going to read that in a second. But it seems that many of these women were worried that their genitals smelled like fish, vinegar, onions, ammonia, garlic, cheese, body odor, urine, bread, bleach, feces, sweat, metal, dirty feet, garbage, and rotten meat. Now, I'm going to let that sit there for a second so you guys can just ponder that list. And please feel free to read between the lines, because in my opinion, this is just me, I think that list has more to do with what society tells women about their genitals versus reality. And that's terrible, because some of the things on that list are horrifying. I mean, rotten meat, but that's what women think that their genitals smell like, and bleach and cheese and everything. Come on, as a society, we've got to do a lot better when it comes to female sexuality. But that's crazy. And this study goes on to talk about douching, which is never a good thing to do. And truth be told, douching can do a lot more harm than good. So I just have to say that. And number 2 and 3 on the female list is women are insecure about their size of their chest and the size of their butt, which I think is somewhat new. And also, this article goes on to mention the influence of Kim Kardashian and then things like that. And I just want to point out that there's many groups of women out there who already had shapes like that naturally for probably several thousand years. But I guess it's like when Kim Kardashian shows up, oh, I guess like now like everybody must have like a booty or something. Whatever. And that's my soapbox speech for the day. But also, I say it's a new trend because I kind of grew up in the aerobics 80s, where there was, everything was steel, like legs of steel and calves of steel and abs of steel. There were no buns of steel. If they were, I didn't watch it, because I didn't really like that. But for women, this is their number 2 insecurity according to this Google search, and I think that's pretty interesting. So now, more generally speaking, this same study also looked at people's anxiety about living or being in a sexless marriage or a sexless relationship. So how they analyzed this is they looked at phrases for like blank marriages, blank relationships. And number 1 on the list is sexless marriage, unhappy marriage, loveless marriage, sex-starved marriage, no sex marriage. And when people search blank relationships, the top 5 are abusive, sexless, complicated, unhappy, and bad. So there seems to be something really going on out there. And a lot of people are unhappy. Not everybody. I can easily say not everybody. But right now, as a society and as a country, I don't think we're in a good space right now when it comes to marriage and relationships and our own sexual insecurity. So in closing, I just want to say that the idea for this topic came from a Tumblr feed that I follow. And this Tumblr feed is mainly focused on African American or Black erotica. And it's pretty interesting, hot stuff. Some of it is pornographic, whatever, but I still like it. But he still posed this question. And it got a lot of responses. So some of the responses that he got were from men and women. And people were talking about how they have to have sex with a t-shirt on because of their body. They didn't like their body, both men and women. There were Black men talking about their penis size and wondering if it was able to satisfy their partners. I mean, which kind of falls into that stereotypical trap of that all Black men have these huge penises, which is not the case. So as I was reading those comments, and some of them were actually really sad, and you get to see the impact of these sexual insecurities, and they're almost crippling. And even myself, I'm the sex doctor. I've been in this field for 20 plus years. And I even have some sexual insecurities, and that may even sound strange to everyone, but it's the truth. It really is. Which mine are kind of based around like, my body, but as I said before, I'm 48, and I really don't want that type of dad body. So I'm working with that right now. The question I want to put out to people is that I really would like to know how, if you had a sexual insecurity, what did you do to get over it? Or how did you work through it? What was the secret? Because personally, I really would like to know, because I have no clue. And of course, you can search on Google and people will say, oh yeah, these are 5 tips to get rid of your sexual insecurity. Whatever. Sometimes they may work, they may not. I can't say for sure, but I would like to know what people did to get over their personal sexual insecurities. So on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon.